Freshman guard from Edgewater, Maryland, number 32, Mia Key. The Riverhawks are coached by Ryan McKell, assisted by Jay Perry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starter lineup for your CCBC Essex Knights. A sophomore guard from Salisbury, North Carolina, number 1, De'Aaron Walker. A sophomore forward from Harrison, New Jersey, number 3, Adiana Pacheco. A sophomore guard from Denton, Maryland, number 11, Heather Middleton. A freshman guard from Haymarket, Virginia, number 25, Elena Powell. And a sophomore guard from Voorhees, New Jersey, number 40, Leonie Davis. The Knights are coached by Mike Seaton, assisted by Arthur Fitzhugh, ACP, Ryan DeVoe, and Roger Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, here at CCBC Essex, we divide spirit sportsmanship as an important component of being a student athlete. We ask you please refrain from use of profanity, let all spectators remain positive and cheering for their favorite team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Castle at CCBC Essex. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth, once again bringing you all the action as Coach Cini's squad just moments away from taking the court, as it is women's basketball here at the Castle once again, the second game of the new year. Knights taking on the Anne Arundel Community College Riverhawks. Tail of the tape between the two teams. Riverhawks come into this one averaging 64 points per game, 55 rebounds. Knights, on the other hand, 84 points per game, 53 rebounds per game. As Kiki Walker tries to start us off with a quick three. One and done offensively for the Knights. Can the Riverhawks get us started with a basket? Turn, jumper, it's good. Riverhawks come in, three separate players averaging double digits as Heather Middleton launches her first three and makes it. Knights 2 shots in, both from downtown, 1-2 to start. Oh, nice pass down low. Bank not open on that go-around. Powell quickly up the court to Walker, who beats everyone down. And it's 2 for 3 from the floor to start things for the Knights. Riverhawks looking for some of the same on the other side as they finally get into their offensive zone. Great job using the pass to get through the press. Took a lot of time off that clock, though. Only 18 seconds for the Riverhawks to get something going here. Good closeout by Davis, but contact made right there in front of the ref. And you heard it there from the Zebra Stripes. That's 3 shots. So an opportunity to tie here for the Riverhawks. The coaching staff for Anne Arundel smartly making sure those 2 other players get back on defense. The Knights look to be aggressive, even on makes. Everyone boxing out. Situational awareness. Could see the box out coming from up here. Everyone forgot there was one more. Love the enthusiasm. 2 for 3 that time from the line. You see the Knights quickly into the offensive zone after the make. And it's one and done. Good defensive stand and a block there for Middleton. Got a hand on that biscuit for sure. Too much contact, said the referee, though. You like the aggressive play on defense on both sides. The Knights get the steal this time around. Powell with the in and out, creating space. And the bank's open on the other side for two. Drive-through window for 2 points. Riverhawks quickly getting through the press that time with the passing. Couple extra seconds to work with. Oh, what a steal from Walker. Batted it down at the line and took advantage of the defense, having the head turned. Ran it right up the backside for 2 points. And this time it's a steal on the press. One more pass, and the three. It's now 12-4, Knights on their first run. Little hot potato with possession there for a moment as you saw the Knights with the steal. Their second or third steal in a row. Can't quote me on the math. Gave it right back, Riverhawks. A late Christmas present. What can they do with it? Floater in the lane off the front of the iron. Good regroup. 3 blue jerseys going after that offensive rebound, but Pacheco staying strong. A couple of passes later, it's 2 points for the Knights. Hustle gets you mighty far in life. Knights almost got another steal off the hustle. Certainly helped out a little bit by the errant pass. As now almost 4 minutes. Oh, nice spin move, but Pacheco not fooled. Riverhawks staying with it. And it's 0 for 2 on the offensive glass, that time for the Riverhawks. Got 2 good looks at it, couldn't hit either. Knights only got 1. Score sits at 14-4, a little bit longer. As a big group substitution checks in here for the Knights. Ashley Dickey leading the way, not just in this substitution group, but also leading the way in scoring for the Knights this year. 16 points per game from the 6-man for the Knights. Riverhawks have 3 players I mentioned earlier in double digits scoring-wise. As you see a nice move there on the inbounds play, just couldn't finish. And the Knights quickly beat the Riverhawks down the court once again. The transition game, points on turnovers, big killers here for the Riverhawks in the early moments of this game. As Ashley Dickey picks up another quick steal. Great defensive effort, forcing the miss. Riverhawks going the other way now. Slow it down for a moment. And Pacheco cleaning up the boards here. Oh my, and Heather Middleton would like us all to forget about that one. She got the long 3 earlier. Certainly hear about that one from the coach later, I'm sure. Pull-up jumper off the iron. Riverhawks have gotten a couple of good looks at the basket here. Just not getting the results they need. Defensive effort on the other hand, on the other end, I should say. Little confusion on the court. Some jewelry still on one of the players. Had to check out. As you see the board on the offensive glass this time for the Knights. Though this time it's Deborah Onchukwu hitting the glass and getting the 2 points on the other end. Pacheco checked out, getting a breather. The result's still the same. The Knights dominating on the glass, leading to this 14-point lead so far. Tack on 3 more, as it's the corner 3 on the other side from Mongluaria. And the Knights are rolling here in the first quarter. Riverhawks trying to stop the bleeding here. The Knights went on their first run and never looked back. Riverhawks have not been able to silence that run. Can they get it right here? And throwing up a prayer. Getting the 2 points. Stopping the bleeding there for a moment. But slicing and dicing through the defense for the 2 points. Tyasia Williams getting those 2 right back. Oh, and a pretty move there from the Riverhawks. Number 23, Anaya Gorham. Off the front of the iron, and there's a miss that Anne Arundel needed. Can they start a run of their own? It'll have to start right here. They got the stop on the other end. Can they string together back-to-back baskets? Turn and face, jumper, rolls around and finds the bottom. They get another stop on the defensive side. 23-10. And nice little step through. The size advantage still too much here in the first quarter. And the Riverhawks have had their struggles with the press, but also have had moments like that where they've quickly gotten it through with a couple of nice passes. There's a steal. Some frustration from Coach Cini after a little bit of a sloppy play. Doesn't hurt the Knights there. And there's a big rebound from the Riverhawks. Just over 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Right idea there with the cross-court pass, as there was space to be had right in front of the Knights bench. Just couldn't capitalize on it. Ashley Dickey checks back into the game. Coach Cini calling out the play from the sideline. Kick out, Scott in the corner this time. Another offensive rebound from the Knights. And they'll reset and get the 3 from the other corner. Anila Davis, freshman guard from Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, spinning into the lane, the hook, just a little long. Dickey splits the defense in transition. And the nice little look away, creating the space. And the size still just too much. The Knights controlling the glass, controlling the game, largest lead. Looking at it right now, 20 points, 30-10, Riverhawks. Looking for another run. Looking to string together some stops. And a nice move. Got to a good scoring area. Didn't hesitate. tough offensive set there, almost from the word go. Got into their offensive zone, and it never looked pretty. 30-12, the score on the big board. Just over 30 seconds left in the quarter. Riverhawks turn. Got the shot off. Couldn't hit anything. Oh, nice move from Dickey. Nice little hesitation once again. And the look away. You can do a lot with your body. Doesn't always have to be the crossover. Don't always have to show them the ball. Show them the idea of one move. Buzzer beater. Everybody missed that one. And after the first quarter, the score is 32-14. The Knights win on a big run to start things off. Cooled down just a little bit. Can they find their hot streak again to start the second quarter? Or will the Riverhawks have a run in their back pocket? Stick around with us and find out what the score is going into halftime. All right, we are back and ready to start the second quarter. 32-14 is our score as we start the second quarter. Starting five for the Knights back out there. Looks like the starting five for the Riverhawks as well. Let's see what these two teams talked about at the break. Couple of deflections here for the Knights. And a couple of different players diving on the floor for it. Travel is the final whistle from the referee. And it'll be a solid defensive stand for the Knights. What does the offense look like to start the quarter? Powell pulls up on the jumper. And both teams start the quarter on the wrong side offensively. Middleton couldn't get the steal. That's going the other way on the charge. And the hustle and grit on display there. Middleton going for the interception around the sideline area. Davis sticking the neck right there in the middle of the action. Go ahead, drop the guillotine. I'm strong, I could take it. Walker dropping the hammer from three. First made basket. And rolled around the rim. Could not find the bottom. Tough break there for the Riverhawks. Powell, little sidestep. Couldn't hit. Nice move to create the space. First with the in and out, and then the nice little sidestep. Don't always have to move backwards. Davis with the easiest two we'll see here today. (37-14). Knights picking up right where they left off in the first quarter. Davis, another steal. It's been a tale of two cities with the press. Davis 6 in a row. Nice move to find down low. Pacheco stayed with it, made it difficult. And now the smile on everyone's face, and the white jersey says it all. I thought you were going to do it. I thought you were going to do it. Well, we'll go on to play on the other side. Kiki Walker leading scorer at the end of the first quarter, 10 points. She's already added to that with a 3 here in this quarter. Davis already right behind her with 8. And she had 2 in the first quarter, but 6 unanswered at one point here in the second quarter has gotten Davis flirting with double digits early before half. Balanced scoring outside of that. Oh, swim move, sent off, and a charge on the other side. Nice move defensively, sticking right with it. Oh, no charge, excuse me, offensive. Oh, yeah, no. So the offensive foul. Middleton pulls down the rebound. Powell looking to run. And the travel. Needed a little bit more communication out there. It seemed like Powell didn't realize that Walker was open right there for the kick out 3. Missed opportunity. You can afford to miss a few when you're up 41-14. Riverhawks finding the shooter in the corner. Chasing down the miss. How about another? And it's 0 for 3 on that offensive possession. The pushing and shoving goes back and forth. It always goes both ways. Middleton. Heather Middleton, the sophomore, came into this one averaging just over 10 points per game, taking 8 threes per game, and making just under 3 of those. Racking up the double-doubles this season as well. Heather Middleton looking to play a factor in the closeout of this regular season. The Knights, I'm sure, a goal of theirs to finish this regular season would be a potential 15-0 mark. Their last loss came back in 2023 to Harcum. It was their first loss at home under Coach Cini. Since then, it's been 2 victories. They're looking for their 3rd straight here tonight. And after that, they've got 12 more games. And what a way for them to close out the regular season and put those 5 losses way in the rearview mirror. Finish off this season on a 15-0 mark. Finish this regular season and up around the head area there. Some Knights players pleading their case. Just a foul, says the referee. Almost halfway through this first half, or second quarter, I should say, excuse me. Just 5 minutes left in the first half. Ashley Dickey rips off a three. Told you before, leading scorer for this Knights team, and she's coming off the bench. Not something you're going to see every day at any level. .15 on the shot clock. And hanging up there amongst the trees and finishing for two. Opportunity to make it a three-point play. Scott hanging right there with the offense. Offense too strong, too skilled on that play. And it's an and one. 44-17. Williams kicks it out. Scott trying to get those 3 points right back, and she does exactly that. Steps right into that three, no hesitation, and you love to see that, particularly given the way the threes she took in the first quarter went. Not the prettiest of looks. Didn't get down, kept the head up, kept doing your job. Shoot or shoot. Riverhawks worked really hard for that look at the basket. Could not finish. Came up empty-handed there. Made sure the Knights did the same on the other end, though. As the Riverhawks hustled back on defense, made it difficult for the Knights. And the score remains the same. Knights were sure that possession was theirs. Referee says nay, nay. Bouncing around, pinball. Knights are the first ones there. It's still pinballing around. Who gets the timeout? No one. It's a jump ball. Where's the possession arrow pointed? And it'll be the Knights. It's been that kind of first half for the Riverhawks. They stayed with it. Almost got it right back. Almost. Not counting for much here this afternoon. It's been a tough trip to the Castle, at least the start of a tough trip to the Castle for this Anne Arundel Riverhawks team. Scott cannot make it two in a row. Oh my, just stolen right away. It's another jump ball. This time it'll stay here though. The Knights are getting their hand on the rock though, knocking it away from the Riverhawks. That has been a constant theme here in the first half. Steals galore. As Dickey gets another one. Oh my. Ashley Dickey, mighty good Vin Diesel impression there, trying to go way too fast. Lost it, got it back, and we'll restart the shot clock. Knights had eight steals after the first quarter. Love to see what that number is going into halftime, because they have certainly added quite a few more in quarter number two. Big offensive rebound once again for the Knights. This time it's Bryant hitting the boards, getting rewarded with the 2 points. 49-17. The Knights going to be flirting with 100 points here tonight, possibly. Another one. Bryant coast to coast for 2. Why not get rewarded for the effort on the defensive side? And timeout taken. It's a full timeout. So we will take one too. 51-17 the score on the big board. 2 minutes and 17 seconds separating these two teams from the halftime whistle. And we are back here, ready to play the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Knights quickly with a different look defensively there, but same result that we've seen time in and time again. The steal leading to the easy 2 points, 53-17. Riverhawks caught it in a good spot. Knights put the rally troops there. Made it difficult, and another steal. Oh, what a pass. One more, and Ashley Dickey makes up for the miss earlier. Though I'm sure she won't live that one down in the eyes of the teammates and coaching staff. 90 seconds left in half number one. Had a couple of blown bunnies here in the first half from the Knights. A couple shacked in a full moments. Ashley Dickey drives baseline. Nice kick out. Good hard-fought rebound. Riverhawks looking to go coast to coast. And they'll pull up at the shoulder instead. Nice little jumper. Under a minute to play. In the first half, that is. Remember, we've got a whole nother second half in front of us, so get your popcorn in between halves and join us for the final 20 of this one. Second game of the year for this Knights team after the turn of the year, after the holiday break. The start to this season certainly didn't go the way Coach Cini and his squad wanted it to go. Oh, what a huge block! And our first official invite to the block party is sent out by the Riverhawks. My, oh my, what an end to the quarter, maybe. Dickey, pull up. No good. And the score heading into halftime is going to be 55-19. And we'll talk about the start of this season during the second half, because there's still a lot of time left in this one. We will be back after a little short break. 55-19 on the big board. Stick around with us and find out what it says when the clock hits triple zeros. Aaron Thomas bringing you all the action live here from the Castle at CCBC Essex. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The second half just moments away. Check in on leading scores after the first half. Leading the way for the Riverhawks is number 23, Anaya Gorman, with 11 points. Kiki Walker leading the way still with for the Knights with 10 points. Walker, you saw, get a quick jumper off there to start the second half. Couldn't hit. Riverhawks getting another look at it after the steal. And they'll be the first ones to get a basket here in the second half, 55-21. Walker with a nice little hesitation move. Now they're swinging it around. Middleton for three. Taking and making. Heather Middleton. Only three three-pointers put up by her so far in the game, but she's 2 for 3 on those 3 shots. Riverhawks, oh, big block. As that is another invite to the block party sent out by the Riverhawks. Their third official invite sent out. The Knights only 1 block in the first half by them. They certainly had their hands on this one defensively in other ways. 18 steals for the Knights in the first half. Ends up being a turnover there for the Knights after the block. There's 18 steals by the Knights in the first half. Really big part of what made such a huge difference in the game. Riverhawks unable to get anything established offensively. Too many trips where they never really even got into their offensive zone. 2 shots on that trip into the offensive zone that they'll definitely like us to forget about. Coach calls out the play from the sideline. Pacheco takes an early seat here in the third. Davis drives, loses it. And sloppy play here in the third quarter continues as the Riverhawks this time are able to get a basket on the other side. Couple of turnovers here in the third quarter. Middleton now 2 for 4 from downtown. And a heads-up communication from Middleton defensively, realizing she was guarding 2 players. Somebody came over and helped out eventually, but Riverhawks do get another basket. A little bit of a run for them in the third quarter. Powell hoping that silences the run. 60-28. Floater is good, right at the defense. Sierra Mills with the take and make. Walker the 3. And the Riverhawks looking to run. Knights got it away from the Riverhawks. Could not keep it in play though. Possession stays right here. And if somebody else for the Riverhawks can get hot offensively, that could maybe have us singing a different tune going into the fourth quarter. Now down 30, that seems a little silly, but hey, the Knights have shown they can go on a run. Can the Riverhawks show that they can go on a run? talked about a couple different points in the first half, how the Riverhawks had 3 separate players coming into this one, averaging double digits. Only one of them in double digits already. The other 2 far behind. And there's our 3rd charge of the day. 2nd picked up by the Knights. And gritty defense on display from both teams. Just over 3 minutes have been played in this 3rd quarter. Powell, a lot of space for the 3. Middleton pulls down the offensive board. Cannot hit the 3 on the step back, though. And the travel. Knights given the extra possession after the turnover. Riverhawks have really shored up their rebounding, limiting the offensive second opportunities. Not as many second chance looks for the Knights here to start the second half. Knights have only scored 5 points in the quarter. Now officially 4 minutes into the quarter. Middleton. Knights have gone cold. How many looks there? At least 3. The dry spell continues. Oh my, tough break there. Knights going for the big group substitution. Looking to find a little rhythm out there in the second half. Ashley Dickey had 9 points at the break, leading the way coming into this one with 16 points per game. Does she get to that at any point here in the second half? Looking to start off quickly into the offensive zone, quickly moving it around, and nice move there, fighting through the contact, and that is why you pass the ball around the circle. Coach is always yelling out for swing, and that's exactly why. Swing that ball around. Moves faster than the defense does. Now it's both teams struggling with a dry spell offensively, though. The Knights putting 2 baskets in a row together, maybe coming out on the other end of it. Riverhawks looking to put a stop to their slow streak. Turn and shoot. Knights looking to go quick. Powell steps into one, off the front of the iron. Now it's Ashley Dickey's turn, and that one's long. The next one will be just right. Timeout. Full timeout, so we'll take one with the 2 teams. 64-30 is the score on the big board. 2 teams going to talk a little strategy. What will we see when we come out of this strategy session? Bryant got a quick hand on it, tipped it away, but the Riverhawks got it back and put it where they want it. In the basket for two. And a blocking foul. These two teams have done a really good job playing defense without fouling here in the third quarter, as that's only the third foul committed between the two teams. Oh, then again, the bricks that the two teams were putting up there for a while certainly go a long way in helping the defenses as well. Ashley Dickey, no brick there. That was a soft pillow she laid up for two. And speaking of pillows, up and under the cool side there for 2 points. 66-34. Bryant cannot hit, and it's one and done. And a walk. Tough break there for the Riverhawks as they force the miss, got the rebound, and then shoot themselves in the foot. 3 minutes is all that separates these two teams from the fourth quarter. And the glass opened for two. Ashley Dickey looking to run in transition around one. Took the step back route. And the Knights will have to settle for nothing. Caught it in a good spot. Didn't have enough mustard on it. And the Knights step on the end line. And we are trading silly turnovers here amongst these two teams. Riverhawks miss everything. Oh! Keep going back and forth with these silly turnovers. Can the Knights put a stop to that trend? They cannot, as they miss everything on the air ball. It's 4 possessions in a row amongst these two teams where nothing has happened of any event. Not only just turnovers, but either silly turnovers, bad shots, bad decisions. Depending on how you want to score that one, it could be 5 in a row. Possession stays right here. Big group substitution checking into the game for the Knights once again. All the starters check back in except for Powell. Good catch on the inbounds play, as it's now 68-36. Walker for 3, no good. The Riverhawks are really pulling down a lot of rebounds in this third quarter. As now it's 68-38, back to just a 30-point game. Under 90 seconds to play in the quarter, though. Knights can't hold for the final shot, but they can certainly take a lot of time off. And they did exactly that. Took some time off and found the 3. Maybe finally got the lid off the jar offensively, as it was a long stretch of cold. Can they get hot going into the fourth? They were flirting with 100 points for most of this game. That's now maybe in question with this cold streak in front of us. Knights got there right in the middle of the action as the Riverhawks got into the painted area and then couldn't do anything with it. Shot clock and game clock separated by 5 seconds. Another walk-up three. This one's long. Riverhawks, can they hold for the final shot? Can they find the buzzer beater? Finish this third quarter off on a strong note. And instead, they'll go for the drive-through window. 2 points. Davis for three. Middleton. Do it again. The cold run for the Knights continues as we finish things up in the third quarter. Will that cold streak continue into the fourth quarter? As there's still 10 minutes left in this one. 71-40 is the score on the big board. What will be that score when we head towards that final whistle? You're going to have to stick around with us and find out. Knights 10 minutes away from their third straight victory. Will they get it? It looks like it, but only time will tell. All right, we are back ready to start the fourth quarter. And as we start the fourth quarter, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you at home for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. A cold Wednesday day here in Baltimore. As Davis sends out an official welcome to Baltimore pickpocket. Another one there for the Knights. 18 steals in the first half. Wonder how many steals they'll have once this one is over. And what a rebounding clinic from Holly Wall here in the second half. Pulled down a lot of rebounds defensively in the third quarter. Pulled down one offensively there. And the cold streak continues for the Knights. Looks like there will be double techs issued and the initial foul. So it'll be a trip to the line for Pacheco. Or no trip to the line. Yeah, no trip to the line because the initial foul wasn't on a shooting foul. But possession does stay here with the Knights. Davis in towards the painted area, and the bank closed here in the fourth quarter. I was saying before the hoopla What a cold Wednesday day it was, and it was a cold start to the season for Coach Cini's squad. 4 straight losses at one point, though the silver lining in that 4 straight those 4 straight losses was they came at the hands of Division I opponents. Since then, the Knights have played really good ball. Just that one tough matchup against Harcum, which they have an opportunity to go and get some revenge later on this season against Harcum. Talked about the potential 15 games in a row that the Knights could win to close out the season. If they could get some more wins after this one, this here tonight will be their 3rd straight victory. And they have 12 more games to close out the regular season. And that's a walk. Wanted to push it up to Davis, but Davis wasn't looking for the ball. Silly turnover there for the Knights. So 12 more games for them after this. Their next 2 will be on the road. The next time you can catch the Knights will be on Wednesday, the 24th. And the shoulder jumper is no good. Knights looking to run now. They find Davis this time for 3. A little long. Knights couldn't get the trap. Nice little hesitation. Middleton pulls down the miss. Thank you. And we had a backcourt violation. And now these two teams are stacking up silly turnovers in this second half. And we wanted to look at total turnovers and steals in the game for the Knights and the Riverhawks. Riverhawks have committed 28 turnovers here in this one. Ashley Dickey, last one to touch that. So those 28 turnovers committed by the Riverhawks. 20 steals for the Knights through 3 quarters. They've added a few more here in quarter number 4, of course. Well, what a defensive stand for Coach Cini's squad. Goes baseline, and Jayla Scott sends out an invite to the block party. Nice move. Scott giving up that baseline drive, knowing that she could make up the ground. Powell for 3. Scott gets it back, and a little offense to go with the defense. It's been a tough stretch offensively for Coach Cini's squad in the second half. And there's been tough stretches for this team offensively at different points this season. Remember, fans, last year's national championship team didn't win that national championship because they were the best offensive team. It's because they were the best overall team. And a big part of what made that team so special was their ability to really clamp down defensively and make things difficult for the other team. Could this team be finding a little bit of that same recipe for themselves? Now, granted, you got to find offense. And with only 20 points put up here through almost a quarter and a half, Certainly not a lot of offense here in the second half, but they've certainly found the defense to make up for it as they have kept the Riverhawks at distance. And Scott thought she sent out another invite. Referee says there was a little contact. Substitutions checking into the game here for the Knights as Ashley Dickey and Elena Powell come out. This is where the lead has been for most of this second half, around this 30-point mark. As the Knights pull down the rebound after the Riverhawks go 1 for 2 at the line. The Riverhawks haven't been able to make up much ground past that 30-point mark, and the Knights haven't been able to put much of a separation between them and Anne Arundel besides that 30-point mark. Defensive effort for both teams has been solid in the second half, but the offensive effort not very strong for either team as it continues to be ice cold here for the Knights. What do they have on the inbound? Scott. Right over the stretched arms like it was a shooting drill. Easy money there for Scott on the inbounds. And the good pass as well. Oh, pump fake, jab step. Got the space, couldn't finish on the shot. Knights. Scott looking to put together a fourth quarter to remember. And the fadeaway on the second effort was good. Under 5 minutes to play in the quarter. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. That's all that separates the Knights from their third straight victory. Knights came into this one averaging 84 points per game. Very close to that already here in this. Already thanked you all at home for joining us on this cold Wednesday afternoon. Somebody else I want to thank is our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square, catering the event here at the Castle. Great action on the courts, chicky sandwiches in the stands for the hungry fans. Gotta come check out a game here at the Castle at some point this year. You get 12 more regular season games for this Knights team. Only a handful of those games at the Castle. The next time you can check this team out is Wednesday the 24th at 6. Rolling around the rim and finding the bottom. Knights, a sigh of relief after that one. 81-47. It had been a while. Riverhawks getting those 3 points right back. Scott trading threes. Oh my. It's a party here. Couple late invites to the party, but hey, it's a shootout to close things out. Bouncing around the rim. Who else? Scott pulls it down. And that one a little bit too far out in front. Knights were looking to run. Nice little fadeaway. Defense there to make it difficult, though. Scott. Another one! And the bench loving it. Jayla Scott, number 23, sophomore out of Arizona. Previous college was Central Arizona. Oh, what an invite to the block party. Holly Wall, her 4th block of the day. What a day defensively Holly Wall is having. A wall, literally, on numerous drives for the Knights. Scott. This place is ready to erupt. Riverhawks working it around, under 2 to play. The Knights have secured the victory. How many more do they have in their back pocket? What is the final look at this season going to be here? What is the final story going to be for this team? It has been a roller coaster of a season. Oh, Jayla Scott sends out her own invite to the block party. And it's a trip to the line. And Jayla Scott certainly having a 4th quarter to remember. Talking about just a moment ago, what kind of a roller coaster season it has been so far for Coach Sini's squad. And of course, it all started on ring night, handing out those championship rings, unveiling the championship banner. And since then, it's been a little good, a little bad, a little ugly. But hey, there's still a lot left in this movie. And it could be a really good ending when things are all said and done. But only time will tell, and there is still so much work to be done for this team. But the potential to finish the regular season with 15 wins, 15 straight wins, man, that could be a real recipe for something special headed into March. I know I keep throwing that 15 around. That's the number. You want to end the regular season with those 15 straight victories, but the only way to do that is one victory at a time. They've done the first part of that, getting 3 straight victories in a row. Can they make it 4 in a row? And then 5 in a row? And will we see the Knights on Wednesday the 24th with a chance to make it 7 in a row? You're going to have to watch the CCBC Essex website as the next 2 games for the Knights are on the road. Check out the website and the Instagram page for updates and highlights as the season goes on. And on the 24th, I hope you join us live here at the Castle. If you can't be here live at the Castle, join us on YouTube. Your home for all the Knights home games as winter sports coming to a close. Spring sports right around the corner. The schedule for the lacrosse and baseball team posted on the CCBC Essex website. Start making your early season scheduled trips out to the diamond and out to the turf. But of course, the question on everybody's mind, how will things end here on the hardwood for the defending national champion? It has been an interesting season to start for these defending national champions. How will it end? That's really what matters most. Three straight victories here for Coach Cini's squad. 2 straight victories to start 2024. Can they make it 3 straight to start the new year? Go on the CCBC Essex website to look for scores for the next game, and I hope to see you live here at the Castle on the 24th for their next home game. The final score in this one, 92-50. Coach Cini and the Knights starting 2024 off on the right foot. Can they finish it on the right foot? Only time will tell. Aaron Thomas saying until next time, good afternoon, good evening,